Welcome back, toy fans, to episode 150 of Ronald's Reviews. And on today's episode, we've got the Twin Takeover, Part 1. Cue the march. Welcome back, everyone. Now, like I said in the intro, today is Part 1 of the Twin Takeover, Your Questions Answered. Now, some of you may know that I have actually got a twin, very much like Si and Shabby. You will have seen him make an appearance on the 100th episode, but today I've drafted him in and we're going to answer your questions that you wanted to ask. So let's get straight to it. Okay, so a lot of you thought he was a myth, clever camera work, but it's not. He's here, we are both on screen. It's not like Clark Kent and Superman. Okay. So, number one, first question comes from our side, better known as Manga Fandanger. And Si wants to know, who took the most care of their toys as kids?
You. Definitely you.
Well,
definitely you.
But I don't remember either one of us abusing our toys or sort of not looking after them as such.
Well, I wouldn't say I didn't look after my toys, but you played with them more, definitely cared about them more. I remember getting asked to put them away and just like kicking them under the bed or whatever.
I put mine away carefully.
Yeah, didn't really sort of take any real care. We didn't go out my way to break them, but didn't take any care of them. Probably stood on them a lot because they were always on the floor. And,
I mean, I don't remember. I remember if I had to tidy up, then I would put them away carefully. I think I did sort of stand them up and try and display them if I could. But there you go, Si, me, because I don't remember doing it, but you clearly didn't. So me. Okay, question number 2 comes from Chris, better known as Smith Lord, and Chris wants to know: have you ever switched places in some kind of comedy situation? Yes.
We switched at school a couple of times, didn't we?
Yeah, we used to switch lessons. If we used to meet up in the playground, and if we had pretty crappy lessons, we'd swap because a lesson was always more exciting if you weren't really meant to be there. So, we did swap lessons at school, didn't we?
Yeah. Not that we necessarily liked each other's lessons better, but the fun factor was knowing that you weren't supposed to be there, knowing that everyone else in the class knew you weren't supposed to be there, and hopefully the teacher not realising that you were the one supposed to be there, which inevitably they did notice.
Well, your English teacher. Oh, but I had no idea your English teacher could tell us apart, and she knew instantly. I remember thinking when she did the register, she seemed when she got to Joe and she said Joe, and I said here.
Looked up and thought
she seemed a bit.
He's not quite as good looking as he was last week.
Yeah, that was definitely what it was. Yeah, I got frog marched out and across to what would have been my lesson where you were, and you were quite happily cooking, weren't you?
Where's the better looking twin? Making a meringue. That's where I was. I'd tell you what, that was a good meringue as well. And then we got swapped. I was doing a really good job.
Did we get a report for that? Get a pot report? Or was it the second time?
Quite possibly.
So we used to swap lessons at school, Chris. We did do that. Okay, question number 3 comes from Steve, better known as Lord Malvada. And Steve wants to know, if you could describe your twin in one word, what would it be? It's a good question.
I'll let you go first before I decide what my word is.
Okay.
Your word could change.
Right, okay. Oh, so it's dependent on what I use. Right, okay. So my word would probably be, in all seriousness, my word would probably be selfless. I think you're probably one of the most selfless guys I know. Generous. You think about everyone before you think about yourself. So I would probably say, selfless.
I tried to know.
Well, you were a douchebag once upon a time. But now you're probably the most generous guy I know. So I would say selfless.
I do try to put others before myself. It's a nice feeling, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's a nice
absolutely.
feeling.
I'm glad you do it more than I
do. So one word for you, I would say collector.
Oh,
now, as much as you're a great brother, you are a mint brother. But because of all your gear, all your stuff, and because of what you do with your videos and that, the first word that I probably think of is avid collector. So collector, I think.
Yeah, I'll take that
for your word. Yeah,
good one. Okay, so question number 4 comes from our Dave, better known as DTM Collectibles, and Dave wants to know: was there any rivalry between you both as kids?
God,
loads.
Yes,
absolutely. It's all we competed at everything. Everything was a competition as kids.
Tying shoes, tying shoelaces, everything.
Yeah, fierce rivals as kids, really.
What's your name? Reggie Cray. Reggie Cray, Ronnie Cray. What are you, rabbit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit unhealthy at times, wasn't
it? It was. But I've said before, I think a lot of it was driven by mates. They always wanted to know who was the best at everything. They never sort of judged you on how good you were in general. It was which one's the best. So I think a lot of our rivalry was fueled by our mates.
Yeah, but it weren't a nice time for you, that was it, answering those questions.
Why?
Well, no, just if we're being honest.
What much of a competition?
No, not really.
No, look,
you competed nicely. You did your best.
As an adult, I can sit back and look back now and say, you know what, I didn't win many, but we were fierce rivals. We really were.
I mean, it probably went a bit too far sometimes, didn't it? It went a bit too far.
Luckily now in adulthood, we obviously, I mean, look, we're grown up now. We have a mutual respect for each other's sort of strengths and things that we both do, and you know, we support each other in everything. But as kids, bloody hell, yeah, we competed in everything, didn't we?
I think when you're young, especially when you're twins, because you do naturally get compared as twins. Yeah. It's what everybody does. But then I think when you're young, you sort of think, I'm competing against my brother. You constantly think I'm competing against my brother. And then as you get older, especially when you think 9 times out of 10, we were playing team sports often, and we were in the same team.
Yeah,
so we weren't actually really competing against each other. No. We were competing with each other. Yeah,
we didn't play a lot of sports where we were actually against each other, did we? We usually played...
Eventually, as we got older, we realised that actually what we should be doing, instead of trying to beat each other, we should have been helping each other to achieve as much as we could possibly achieve.
Absolutely.
And it was only really age that brought that, wasn't it? When we were younger, it was just all out.
When you were kids, you wanted to be the best at something. Yeah. You know, you wanted to be the best. So...
Well, you certainly want to beat your sibling. Without a doubt.
I did.
Of course you did.
I never did, Hadley. But anyway, yes, fierce rivals as kids, Dave. Okay, so the next question comes from our Jason O'Toole, and Jason wants to know, even though you're twins, were there any TV shows, movies, or pop culture phenomenons that you didn't see eye to eye on when you were kids, or did you have similar tastes growing up? Great question, Jason.
I think we were similar. Well, I think we were similar then, and probably still similar now.
Yeah, I would agree. I don't think there was a lot we disagreed on as kids.
Yeah, we liked a lot of the same things.
Cartoons, TV shows, movies, whatever. We liked the same things. We liked the same toys.
Yeah,
you know, and as adults, yeah. I mean, obviously it's slightly different as adults, but we have the same sense of humour, don't we? We like the same things, and clothes, movies, music.
Yeah, if we buy for each other, whatever, anything, I find it easy to buy for you. I think you find it easy to buy for me.
Yeah, because the general rule is if I like it, chances are you'll like it, and vice versa. Innit?
Yeah.
So
totally agree.
Yeah, so no, as growing up and as adults, Jason, we have pretty similar taste in pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next question is from our Shabby, and Shabby wants to know: did your mum ever put you in the same clothes as kids?
Yes, all the time.
All the time. Far too much, in fact.
We do have some. There are some photos somewhere when we were kids wearing a lot of the same.
I might be able to
stuff.
find a couple, but
Marvel. I remember a distinct grey Marvel jumper with Hulk. And...
I think it might have been white, but yeah.
Oh, was it?
I don't know. It might have been
light grey.
But I know the picture you're talking about. Yeah, I'm sure there's. In fact, there might even be one on this thumbnail where there's dressed the same.
Yeah, there could be.
I think there is, but yeah, all the time, Shabby. You know, probably to the point where we were far too old to be wearing the same clothes. But I think when
at 18, when I started going out, I told my mum that I don't want to wear the same clothes.
But I think a couple of times on nights out, just for a bit of fun, we did dress the same. I'm sure we did a couple of times. When
similar clothes,
just to sort of have a bit of a laugh with it. But
throw people off.
The centre a bit. But yeah, we. Put the same clothes all the time, mate.
Yeah, all the time.
Okay, so the next question is from our Scuba Pete. And Scuba wants to know, did you ever get into trouble for something that the other one did?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can remember lots of times thinking, why am I getting I can't remember specific incidents, like what happened, but I can remember lots of times thinking to myself, why am I getting into trouble here? I've literally done nothing wrong. And getting sent up to my room once, and the first thing I clapped eyes on was one of your toys, I'm afraid, and it got a bit of punishment.
Broke one of my toys?
Yeah, I kicked it against the wall.
What? No! You can't remember what it... What?
No,
you can't remember what it was?
I can't. I don't know if it was it. I don't know. I want to say a Transformer, but yeah.
Wow.
It might not have been.
Wow.
I think it was. It was a new one as well. That's why it was there. It was left. It was like out. You'd been playing with it.
Yeah, that's not fair.
I'm sorry.
Okay, revelations on this week's video, everyone.
We were young.
Yeah, I don't remember getting into trouble about anything you did as kids. As a very young adult, I've had a couple of drinks thrown in my face from young females on nights out.
Some horrible ladies around where we live.
Yeah, so that was that.
Really not nice.
There was obviously some wrongdoing there, but certainly wasn't me. I had no idea who these people were.
Come on.
Come on. So yeah. I mean, we have got into trouble for stuff the other one's done, Pete. Definitely. All right, and the last question this week comes from little Dave Vader. And Dave wants to know, did you ever break one of the other one's toys and never admitted it until now?
Oh, well, I've just sort of admitted that, yeah, in a fit of rage, I broke one of Luke's toys, so...
Unbelievable.
Yeah, there's one. I also, not toy related, but I do also remember borrowing a football shirt and very quickly thinking, that needs a little iron, I'll just give that a little iron. And didn't check the heat on the iron, stuck it on the shirt, massive iron-shaped hole in the shirt.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so I did ruin a football shirt.
But you did get me a new one.
I did get you a new one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bear
that in mind if you're about to tell the story that I think you're about to tell.
That leads me, again, it's not quite toy-related, Dave, but it is football-based, like Joe, so it does lead me on to... I was rushing around, so I had to get a football match one day, and I was rushing around trying to find my boots. For some reason, I couldn't find them. So I ran into Joe's room.
Still hurts, this. Still hurts.
I ran into Joe's room, and he had a very, very brand new, very nice pair of Nike R9s sat in the box. And I just thought, I've got to go. I'll grab them, give them a clean when I get back, put them back in the box. I don't know what happened. They were brand new. First time they'd ever been worn. And by the end of the game, the sole was kind of flapping off.
I'd never worn them. My boots. I'd never worn them.
No, I'm sorry, mate. Flapping off. The sole was hanging off. I don't know how I'd managed it, but they were completely wrecked. And in a fit of a panic, I chucked them at the back of my cupboard. I had a walk-in wardrobe in my bedroom. I chucked them in the back and buried them in hope that they would never be found.
But they were found.
Yeah.
I found them.
Yeah.
After Luke played dumb. What football boots? I don't know. What football boots?
Yeah.
These ones that were in the back of your wardrobe, tucked away in a carrier bag, with a flappy sole like that.
I don't know how I thought I'd get away with it, but I do need to say that Joe did buy me another football shirt. I didn't buy him any more football boots.
Selfless.
Bad brother.
My word, selfless.
Bad brother.
Replaced damaged goods.
Sorry, mate.
It's okay. Still hurts a little bit.
So there you go, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. As you can see, he does exist. Hands up how many of you thought I was just playing tricks on you with camera work, etc. There will be a part 2. I've got so many questions. There will be a part 2. So if your question wasn't in this one, it will be in the next one. Now, it may be a few weeks before you see part 2. It's very difficult to get us both free at the same time to give us a chance to film. But it will be coming soon. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by and giving me a shot. I hope you'll consider leaving a like and subscribing. If you're one of my existing viewers and existing subscribers, I know I say it all the time, but thank you for sticking with me. I really do appreciate it. Leave any comments or questions in the comment section below. I try to read everyone's comments and get back to everybody. And as always, keep collecting. See you next time. Okay, question number 2 comes from